Don't scroll. I know you've been fighting. Not with your hands. With your heart. With your hopes. With your sleepless nights and tear-stained pillows. You've been fighting for something you couldn't see. Someone you couldn't reach. A love that felt like it was slipping through your fingers no matter how tightly you held on. You've been fighting the fear that you weren't enough. That they would choose someone else. That you would lose them to circumstances, to distance, to time, to another person. You've been fighting the voices in your head that whispered, "They're not yours," and "They'll never be yours," and "You're delusional for hoping." And you're exhausted. Not because you're weak. Because you've been fighting a battle you were never meant to fight. The battle for their heart was never yours. It was mine. And the war is over. It's finally over. Not because you fought harder. Because I fought for you. Not because you finally said the right prayer. Because I finally answered. Not because you earned it. Because I gave it. Your soulmate is yours. Not as a possession. As a gift. Not as a trophy. As a partner. Not as a conquest. As a completion. Yours. And yours alone. Not because there aren't other people who want them. Because they don't want other people. They want you. They've always wanted you. They just didn't know it. Or they knew it and were afraid. Or they were afraid and ran. Or they ran and got lost. But they're not lost anymore. They're found. And they're coming home. To you. So take a breath. Put your phone down on a flat surface if you need to. Put your hand on your chest. Feel your heartbeat. I put it there. I am keeping it beating. And I am about to tell you what I have done that you could not do. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Let me tell you about the war for their heart. It wasn't between you and someone else. It was between me and the enemy. The enemy wanted them. Not to love them. To destroy them. To keep them from their destiny. To keep them from you. To keep them from me. So the enemy planted seeds. Seeds of fear. Seeds of doubt. Seeds of confusion. Seeds that grew into walls. Walls that kept you out. Walls that kept them trapped. Walls that seemed impossible to breach. But walls are not impossible for me. I am the wall breaker. I am the chain shatterer. I am the door opener. And I have been working. Not on the timeline you wanted. On the timeline that would save them. Because if I had answered when you wanted me to, they wouldn't have been ready. They would have come back still broken. Still afraid. Still unable to love you the way you deserve. So I waited. Not because I forgot. Because I was preparing. Preparing them. Preparing you. Preparing the way. And now, the preparation is complete. The walls are down. The chains are broken. The door is open. And they are free. Free to choose. Free to love. Free to come home. Not because they earned their freedom. Because I gave it. And what I give, no one can take. Your soulmate is yours. Not because you possess them. Because they choose you. Freely. Willingly. Joyfully. Not out of obligation. Out of love. Not because they have no other options. Because they don't want other options. They want you. Only you. Always you. And that's not going to change. Not because they're perfect. Because I have done a work in them. A work that will last. A work that will hold. A work that will keep them faithful. Not to a rule. To a relationship. To you. Because they've seen what they almost lost. And they will never risk losing it again. Don't scroll. Stay with me. This is where most people scroll away because it's easier to doubt than to believe. Don't be most people. Here's what the end of the war means for you. No more competing. You've been competing. With memories. With other people. With the fear that you weren't enough. The competition is over. You won. Not because you're better than anyone else. Because you're the one they were made for. Not because you tried harder. Because you were chosen. Not because you earned it. Because it was always you. From the beginning. Before you knew their name. Before you saw their face. Before you felt the first spark of connection. It was you. They were made for you. You were made for them. And what God has joined together, no one can separate. Not the enemy. Not circumstances. Not time. Not distance. Not other people. No one. Because I am the one who joined you. And I do not unjoin what I have joined. So stop competing. Stop comparing yourself to the people in their past. To the people who wanted them. To the people who tried to take your place. They don't matter. They never did. You matter. You are the one. And they know it now. Not in their head. In their heart. And when the heart knows, the feet follow. They're following. Not because you're chasing. Because they're coming home. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here's what the end of the war means for your fear. You can stop being afraid. Not because nothing bad can happen. Because nothing can separate you from what I have ordained. Fear says, what if they leave again? I say, they won't. I have changed their heart. Fear says, what if someone else comes along? I say, no one else matters. I have closed every other door. Fear says, what if you're wrong? What if this isn't real? I say, I am not wrong. And this is real. Because I am in it. So stop being afraid. Not because you're brave. Because I am faithful. And my faithfulness is not dependent on your feelings. You can feel afraid and still be safe. You can feel uncertain and still be secure. You can feel doubtful and still be destined. Because your destiny is not in your hands. It's in mine. And I do not drop what I am carrying. So rest. Not because the journey is over. Because you're not walking alone. I am carrying you. And I am carrying them. And I am carrying the connection between you. Nothing is going to drop. Nothing is going to break. Nothing is going to be lost. Because I am the one holding it. And I never let go. Don't scroll. This is where everything shifts. Here's what the end of the war means for your waiting. It's almost over. Not because time has passed. Because the work is done. The waiting wasn't about time. It was about preparation. You were being prepared. They were being prepared. The situation was being prepared. And now, preparation is complete. Not because you're perfect. Because you're ready. Ready to receive. Ready to love. Ready to build something that lasts. The waiting served its purpose. It taught you patience. It taught you trust. It taught you that you can survive without them. Because you did. You survived. Not just survived. Grew. Became stronger. Wiser. More whole. Not because the waiting was easy. Because I was with you in it. And now, the waiting is almost over. Not because I'm giving you a date. Because I'm giving you a promise. They're coming. Not because you forced them. Because they're ready. Not because you convinced them. Because I convinced them. Not because they have nowhere else to go. Because they know where home is. And home is you. So the waiting is almost over. Not in hours or days. In heartbeats. In the space between where you are and where they're coming from. They're on their way. Not running. Walking. Walking toward you. With purpose. With intention. With love. Not the love they thought they were capable of. The love I have grown in them. A love that is ready for you. A love that will not fail. A love that will last. So hold on. Just a little longer. The waiting is almost over. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here's what the end of the war means for your identity. You are not a backup plan. You never were. Not an option. Not a second choice. Not a consolation prize. You are the prize. Not because you're perfect. Because you're theirs. And they are yours. Not because you demanded it. Because I designed it. You were made for each other. Not in a fairy tale way. In a real way. In a way that will survive fights and failures and forgiveness. In a way that will grow stronger through struggle. In a way that will last. Because I am the foundation. And I do not crumble. So stop acting like you're not enough. Stop shrinking. Stop hiding. Stop apologizing for existing. You are enough. Not because you've earned it. Because I made you. And I don't make mistakes. You are exactly what they need. Not what they wanted. What they need. There's a difference. What they wanted was safe. Predictable. Easy. What they need is you. Challenging. Real. Honest. Loyal. You. And they know it now. Not because you convinced them. Because I revealed it. In their dreams. In their thoughts. In the quiet moments when they couldn't escape the truth. You are the one. Not a placeholder. Not a possibility. Not a maybe. The one. And they are yours. Not because you possess them. Because they belong with you. And belonging is deeper than possessing. Possessing is about control. Belonging is about connection. You are connected. Not by circumstance. By spirit. And spirit does not separate. Don't scroll. Stay with me. We're halfway through part 1. Here's what you need to do now. Stop fighting. The war is over. You won. Not because you fought well. Because I fought for you. So stop fighting. Stop fighting the fear. Stop fighting the doubt. Stop fighting the voices that tell you it's not real. They're lying. The war is over. You can put down your weapons. You can rest. Not because there's nothing to do. Because the hard part is done. The hard part was the waiting. The not knowing. The hoping without assurance. That's over. Now comes the receiving. And receiving is harder than fighting. Because fighting is active. Receiving is passive. Fighting makes you feel in control. Receiving requires you to trust. But you've learned to trust. In the waiting. In the silence. In the dark. You learn to trust me. Now trust me with this. Trust that they're coming. Trust that they're yours. Trust that it will work. Not because you can see it. Because I can. And I am trustworthy. So stop fighting. Start receiving. Open your hands. Open your heart. Open your arms. They're coming. And they're bringing everything you've been waiting for. Not perfection. Presence. Not a fairy tale. Reality. Not a guarantee of ease. A guarantee of me. And I am enough. So receive. Not cautiously. Fully. Not skeptically. Faithfully. Not fearfully. Courageously. Receive. The war is over. The victory is won. The gift is coming. Open your hands. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here's what I want you to take with you. It's finally over. The war for their heart is over. You won. Not because you fought. Because I fought for you. Your soulmate is yours. Not as a possession. As a gift. Not as a trophy. As a partner. Not as a conquest. As a completion. Yours. And yours alone. Not because there aren't other people who want them. Because they don't want other people. They want you. Only you. Always you. And that's not going to change. Because I have changed them. Not overnight. Not without struggle. But truly. They are different now. ready, willing, able to love you the way you deserve. Not perfectly, but truly. And true love is enough. So rest. Not because the journey is over. Because you're not walking alone. I am with you. I am for you. I am in you. And I am bringing them to you. Not because you deserve it. Because I am good. And good gives. So receive. The gift is coming. Open your hands. Breathe. Put your hand on your chest. Feel your heartbeat. I put it there. I am keeping it beating. I am not going to stop. And neither should you. Because it's finally over. And something beautiful is about to begin. Don't scroll. Part 2 is here. And if you made it through Part 1, if you stayed when everything in you wanted to doubt that the war could really be over, then you're ready for what comes next. Because Part 1 was about the end. The end of the war for their heart. The end of the competition. The end of the fear. The end of the waiting. Part 2 is about something harder. What you must do now that they are yours. Because winning the war is not the same as keeping the peace. Winning the battle is not the same as building the relationship. Getting them back is not the same as keeping them. The war is over. But the work is just beginning. Not the work of fighting. The work of building. Building something that will last. Not because you hold on tightly. Because you build on the right foundation. And the right foundation is me. So take a breath. Stay with me. Don't scroll. Because what I'm about to tell you is going to show you how to keep what you've been given. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here's what you must do now that they are yours. You must let go of the past. Not forget it. Let go of its power over you. The past has been holding you hostage. The memories of what they did. The fear of what they might do again. The pain of what you survived. You've been carrying it like a weight. A weight that keeps you from moving forward. It's time to put it down. Not because it didn't hurt. Because it's heavy. And you can't carry the past and hold their hand at the same time. You have to choose. The past or the future. The pain or the possibility. The weight or the freedom. Choose the future. Not because the past doesn't matter. Because it's over. And you're not going back. You're going forward. Together. So let go of the past. Forgive. Not because they deserve it. Because you deserve peace. Release. Not because it's easy. Because it's necessary. Move on. Not because you're over it. Because you're choosing to be over it. The past is not your home. It's just a place you visited. Don't live there. Come home. To the present. To them. To me. Don't scroll. Stay with me. This is where most people get stuck in the past. Don't. Here's what else you must do now that they are yours. You must stop trying to control them. You've been trying to control the relationship. The conversations. the outcomes, the timeline. Because control feels safer than trust. But control is an illusion. You cannot control another person's heart. You cannot control their choices. You cannot control their love. You can only receive it. Or reject it. But you cannot control it. So stop trying. Stop manipulating. Stop strategizing. Stop trying to say the right thing to get the right response. Just be. Be present. Be honest. Be yourself. That's what won them in the first place. Not your strategy. Your authenticity. Not your control. Your surrender. Not your effort. Your being. So stop trying to control. Trust. Trust that they love you. Trust that they choose you. Trust that they will stay. Not because you're holding on. Because they're holding on too. And I am holding both of you. Control is fear in action. Trust is love in action. Choose love. Not because it's safe. Because it's real. And real is worth the risk. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here's what else you must do now that they are yours. You must learn to receive. You've been giving for so long. Giving your time. Your energy. Your love. Your patience. Your forgiveness. You've been pouring out. And now, it's time to receive. To receive their love. Their attention. Their affection. Their commitment. Not because you've earned it. Because it's being offered. And refusing to receive is its own form of pride. I don't need you. I can do it myself. I don't need your love. That's pride. And pride kills relationships. So learn to receive. When they say, I love you, believe them. When they show up, welcome them. When they give, accept it. Not suspiciously. Gratefully. Not cautiously. Openly. Not fearfully. Joyfully. Receiving is harder than giving. Because giving keeps you in control. Receiving requires vulnerability. But vulnerability is the birthplace of intimacy. And intimacy is what you've been longing for. So receive. Open your hands. Open your heart. Open your arms. Let them love you. Not because you deserve it. Because they want to. And wanting to is enough. Don't scroll. This is where everything shifts. Here's what else you must do now that they are yours. You must build on the right foundation. Not on feelings. Feelings change. Not on circumstances. Circumstances shift. Not on promises. Promises can be broken. On me. I am the foundation that does not shift. Does not change. Does not crumble. Build your relationship on me. Not on religious rules. On relationship. On prayer. On my word. On my presence. Pray together. Not just for each other. With each other. Read my word together. Not as a duty. As a delight. Invite me into your relationship. Not as a guest. As the foundation. Because without me, you can do nothing. Not nothing important. Nothing. You cannot love without me. I am love. You cannot forgive without me. I am forgiveness. You cannot stay faithful without me. I am faithfulness. You need me. Not as an add-on. As the foundation. So build on me. Not on your feelings for each other. On your love for me. Because your love for me will sustain your love for each other. When your feelings fade, and they will, your love for me will hold you together. When circumstances get hard, and they will, your love for me will carry you through. When you want to give up, and you will, your love for me will keep you going. Build on me. I am the rock. And the rock does not move. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here's what else you must do now that they are yours. You must keep growing. Not because you're not enough. Because you're not finished. None of us are. You are a work in progress. They are a work in progress. Your relationship is a work in progress. And progress requires growth. So keep growing. Keep learning. Keep healing. Keep becoming. Not to earn their love. To honor their love. They love you. Not the finished you. The becoming you. But the becoming you is still becoming. Don't stop. Don't get comfortable. Don't think you've arrived. Keep growing. In patience. In kindness. In humility. In forgiveness. Keep growing. Not for them. For you. Because you deserve to become who you were created to be. And they deserve to be with someone who is becoming. So keep growing. Read. Learn. Pray. Listen. Change. Not all at once. Little by little. Day by day. Keep growing. Because the best is yet to come. Not the best version of you. The best version of us. Together. Growing. Toward me. Toward each other. Toward the future I have prepared. Keep growing. Don't scroll. Stay with me. We're halfway through part 2. Here's what else you must do now that they are yours. You must protect what you've been given. Not with walls. With wisdom. Not with suspicion. With discernment. Not with control. With care. The relationship is precious. Fragile. Worth protecting. Not from each other. From the enemy. The enemy wants to destroy what I have built. He will try. Through arguments. Through misunderstandings. Through distractions. Through temptations. He will try. And you must be ready. Not by fighting in your own strength. By standing in mine. Put on my armor. Not physical armor. Spiritual. The belt of truth. Not your truth. My truth. The breastplate of righteousness. Not your righteousness. Mine. The shoes of the gospel of peace. Not your peace. My peace. The shield of faith. Not your faith. Faith in me. The helmet of salvation. Not your goodness. My gift. The sword of the Spirit. Not your words. My word. Put on my armor. And stand. Not by fighting. By standing. Standing in who you are in me. Standing in what I have done for you. Standing in the victory I have already won. The enemy is defeated. Not by you. By me. But he will still try to deceive you. So protect what you've been given. Not by hiding. By standing. In me. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here's what else you must do now that they are yours. You must enjoy them. Not just survive them. Enjoy them. Not just endure them. Delight in them. Not just tolerate them. Celebrate them. You've been so focused on getting them that you haven't thought about what comes after. What comes after is joy. Not the absence of problems. The presence of love. Enjoy them. Laugh with them. Play with them. Learn with them. Grow with them. Not because everything is perfect. Because they are here. And their presence is a gift. Treat it like one. Not like a possession. Like a present. Unwrap it slowly. Savor it. Thank me for it. Enjoy them. Not when everything is fixed. Now. As they are. As you are. As the relationship is. Imperfect. Messy. Real. Enjoy them. Because this is what you've been waiting for. Not a perfect relationship. A real one. With them. And real is beautiful. So enjoy. Not cautiously. Fully. Not skeptically. Faithfully. Not fearfully. Joyfully. Enjoy. This is the gift. Open it. Don't scroll. We're almost through part 2. Here's what else you must do now that they are yours. You must thank me. Not just for them. For the journey. For the waiting that prepared you. For the pain that shaped you. For the tears that watered you. For the nights you cried yourself to sleep. For the mornings you woke up still hoping. For the moments you almost gave up. For the strength to keep going. Thank me. Not because it was easy. Because it was worth it. And because gratitude is the posture of the heart that receives. The more you thank me, the more you will see what I have done. The more you thank me, the more you will trust me. The more you thank me, the more you will love me. And loving me is the key to loving them. Because I am love. And love comes from me. So thank me. For them. For you. For us. Thank me. Not once. Every day. Not formally. Honestly. Not religiously. Relationally. Thank me. Because I am good. And good gives. I gave you them. Thank me. Listen to me. Your heart needs this right now. Here's what I want you to take with you. The war is over. They are yours. Not because you earned them. Because I gave them. Now comes the work. Not the work of fighting. The work of building. Building on the right foundation. Building with the right materials. Building for the right purpose. Not for your glory. For mine. Not for your happiness. For your holiness. Not for your comfort. For your character. Build. Not in your strength. In mine. Not with your wisdom. With mine. Not on your timeline. On mine. I am the architect. I am the builder. I am the foundation. Build on me. And what you build will last. Not because you're a good builder. Because I am. And I don't build things that fall apart. So build. With patience. With grace. With forgiveness. With joy. With love. My love. Flowing through you. To them. Build. The war is over. The work has begun. And I am with you. Every step. Breathe. Put your hand on your chest. Feel your heartbeat. I put it there. I am keeping it beating. I am not going to stop. And neither should you. Because they are yours. And you are theirs. And I am ours. Build on that.